Hello and welcome to this presentation on the importance of exercise as a preventative measure to certain diseases, including COVID-19. In this presentation, I will explain what physical activity is, how much you need, and how it can help prevent or manage chronic diseases. What is physical activity? Physical activity is any movement that makes your muscles work and requires your body to burn calories. There are many types of physical activity, such as walking, running, cycling, swimming, gardening, dancing, and playing sports. Physical activity can be divided into three categories: aerobic, strength, and flexibility. Aerobic activity is also known as cardio or endurance activity. It gets you breathing harder and your heart beating faster. Examples of aerobic activity are brisk walking, biking, dancing, and yard work. Strength activity is also known as resistance or muscle strengthening activity. It works your muscles by making them push or pull against something, such as weights, bands, or your own body weight. Examples of strength activity are lifting weights, doing push-ups, and carrying heavy loads. Flexibility activity is also known as stretching or range of motion activity. It helps your joints move through their full range of motion and keeps your muscles from getting tight. Examples of flexibility activity are yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi. How much physical activity do you need? The amount of physical activity you need depends on your age and health condition. However, the general recommendation for adults is to get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity every week, plus muscle strengthening activities at least 2 days a week. Adults 65 and older also need balance improving activities. Moderate intensity aerobic activity means that you are working hard enough to raise your heart rate and break a sweat, but you can still talk comfortably. Examples of moderate intensity aerobic activity are walking fast, water aerobics, and biking on level ground. Muscle strengthening activities mean that you are working your muscles hard enough to feel some resistance, but not so hard that you can't do more than a few repetitions. Examples of muscle strengthening activities are lifting weights, using resistance bands, and doing bodyweight exercises. Balance improving activities mean that you are challenging your ability to keep your body stable and prevent falls. Examples of balance improving activities are standing on one leg, walking heel to toe, and doing Tai Chi. If you have a chronic condition, such as arthritis, asthma, back pain, cancer, dementia, depression, diabetes, or heart disease, you should talk to your doctor before starting or changing your physical activity routine. Your doctor can help you choose the best type, intensity, and frequency of physical activity for your condition and goals. How can physical activity prevent or manage chronic diseases? Physical activity has many benefits for your health and well-being. It can help prevent or manage chronic diseases by improving your body's functions and reducing your risk factors. Here are some examples of how physical activity can help prevent or manage chronic diseases. Arthritis, physical activity can ease pain, build muscle strength around joints, and lessen joint stiffness. It can also improve your mood and quality of life. Asthma, physical activity can help control how often asthma attacks happen and how bad they are. It can also improve your lung function and immune system. Back pain, physical activity can build back strength and make your muscles work better. It can also reduce inflammation and stress. Cancer, physical activity can lower your risk of developing certain types of cancer, such as breast, colorectal, and prostate cancers. It can also improve your quality of life and fitness if you have cancer. Dementia, physical activity can improve your thinking skills and memory if you have dementia. It can also lower your risk of developing dementia and other cognitive problems. Depression and anxiety, physical activity can improve your mood and reduce your symptoms of depression and anxiety. It can also boost your self-esteem and social support. Diabetes, physical activity can lower your blood sugar levels and improve your insulin sensitivity if you have diabetes. It can also help you control your weight and prevent complications. Heart disease, physical activity can lower your blood pressure and cholesterol levels if you have heart disease. It can also strengthen your heart muscle and improve blood flow. What about COVID-19? COVID-19 is a new disease caused by a novel coronavirus that emerged in late 2019. It affects different people in different ways. Some people have mild symptoms or no symptoms at all. Others have severe symptoms that require hospitalization or even cause death. Physical activity may have a protective role against severe COVID-19 and may also help some people with long COVID recover faster. However, more research is needed to determine the optimal type, intensity, and frequency of physical activity for preventing and treating COVID-19. Some of the possible ways that physical activity may help prevent or manage COVID-19 are: physical activity may boost your immune system and make it more effective at fighting infections, including COVID-19. Physical activity may reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which are linked to severe COVID-19 outcomes. Physical activity may improve your lung function and capacity, which are important for breathing and oxygen delivery. Physical activity may make COVID vaccines more effective by enhancing your immune response and antibody production. Physical activity may help you cope with stress and anxiety caused by the pandemic and its effects on your life. Physical activity may help you maintain a healthy weight and prevent obesity, which is a risk factor for severe COVID-19. Physical activity may help you manage other chronic conditions that increase your risk of severe COVID-19, such as diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. However, physical activity also comes with some challenges and risks during the pandemic. You should follow the public health guidelines and precautions to prevent the spread of COVID-19 while being physically active. These include staying home if you have any symptoms of COVID-19 or have been in contact with someone who has COVID-19. Wearing a mask or face covering when you are in public or around people who are not from your household. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet or 2 meters from others when you are outside or in shared spaces. Avoiding crowded places and large gatherings where physical distancing is not possible. Choosing outdoor or well-ventilated spaces over indoor or enclosed spaces for physical activity. Washing your hands frequently with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand sanitizer before and after physical activity. Cleaning and disinfecting any equipment or surfaces that you touch before and after use. If you have long COVID, which means that you have persistent symptoms or complications after recovering from COVID-19, you should be careful and gradual with your physical activity. Some people with long COVID may experience exercise intolerance or fatigue after physical exertion. Therefore, they may need to adjust their exercise routine and pace themselves according to their energy levels. Some researchers are studying the effects of exercise on long COVID symptoms and recovery. Conclusion. In conclusion, physical activity is an important preventative measure for certain diseases, including COVID-19. It can help improve your overall health, fitness, and quality of life. It can also help reduce your risk of chronic conditions like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, depression, anxiety, and dementia. However, you should consult your doctor before starting or changing your physical activity routine, especially if you have a chronic condition or have had COVID-19. You should also follow the public health guidelines and precautions to prevent the spread of COVID-19 while being physically active. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to contact me.